Okay, we are live now. I hope you all are able to see and hear me. Go ahead with your comments. Yes, good evening, all. I can see any idea has how to solve it. Was the same with me. My pipeline is failing at Kubernetes. Okay, last assignment you are talking about. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So how many people are there? 50 people are there. I hope you all are able to see me, right? Yes. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, all. Thank you all for joining. People on LinkedIn. How many people are there on LinkedIn? Let's see. Okay. Still, LinkedIn is loading for me. So today is your Azure session, right? Where we'll be purely talking on how you have to roll down your Azure. What is the Azure infrastructure, and lot more things related to your Azure. Okay. System, like your network is good, right? ओके गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग लैक हो रहा है कनेक्शन ठीक है अभी हम लोग देखते हैं क्या सीन है उसका ठीक है good evening everyone okay so let me start screen share quickly let's see like what are the things you are going to have in today's session okay before that let me let me get out the docs for you right so today purely we will be doing the Azure things only so as promised everyone we were focusing on the Azure setup right so let's focus today's class on Azure so I'm presenting my screen let me share the entire screen okay able to see my screen guys yes good evening everyone good evening okay yes able to see my screen okay yes okay that's great okay okay great so all of you see here this is our free Azure DevOps Bootcamp 5 where we are going to only talk about Terraform and Azure we'll be not talking anything related outside Terraform and Azure let me set the agenda for everyone right what is the plan what we are going to learn in today's session and what will be the project session for tomorrow's class okay so all of your eyes on the screen right so agenda will be we will be focusing on Azure and its components okay and we'll be watching today like what components are needed right for your three-tier architecture what components are needed in Azure right for your three-tier architecture right three-tier architecture and also we will be seeing a little bit on various kinds of architecture diagrams okay right and we'll be watching through resource managers scaling sets okay Azure components so subnets VPCs okay NIC cards okay NIC cards virtual machines all the things like various components like circuit router and everything we will be talking about and then we will be talking about Terraform okay Terraform on Azure okay so these are the things which we'll be talking today are you all clear yes give a yes boom all of you clear right are you all good with today's agenda I will repeat again 1 second Azure ended component we will see what components are needed in Azure to create the three-tier architecture diagrams you will see various kinds of Azure components like resource manager scaling sets Azure connections subnets VPCs NIC cards virtual machines routers the hub and spoke architecture and everything and finally we will see Terraform and Azure commands Terraform and Azure architecture and then tomorrow we will be seeing the project right tomorrow we will be seeing the project clear everyone so today it's purely on your Azure and its components so I would request you all to stay tuned in the class so that this 2 hours right are very much important for you and whatever I'm telling in terms of what can be beneficial for you in order to start your Azure journey right clear everyone great nice to see your hi sir how we are getting errors in last project please come okay definitely we will see I want to learn cloud computing great okay so let's start the class okay so let's start the class with your Azure session right So first of all, let me take out, where is the doc, by the way? Okay. So all of you, first let's talk about, let's talk about why Azure. Okay, so these are your class notes which I'll be providing to you. So let's talk about why Azure, guys. Okay, there are various kinds of cloud providers, right? Cloud providers. And on my channel, you all have seen, mostly we are talking about AWS, and today is the first time we are talking about Azure, right? Now we will be thinking like, why till now Praveen has taught on AWS, and why we are going to talk about Azure? What is the need of that? Basically, various kinds of organizations take various kinds of clouds in their architecture, in their applications. Let's consider like Walmart. Okay, Walmart as an entity, Walmart as a supply chain, and one of the biggest retailer in the world, is using Azure as its cloud. Okay, and when we are talking about Azure as its cloud, we have to consider that all the components, all the supply chain components, like I've given you a beautiful example in the first class, like your purchase orders, your products category, your payments page, right? Your delivery systems, all those systems of Walmart is running on Azure. Are you all clear? Are you all clear with my first statement? Like, I wanted to make you understand how much this Azure is. Yes, how much this important this Azure is. Are you understanding, guys? Yes. And at the same time, Amazon, like a company, uses only AWS because it is its own component. Right? And okay, let's discuss this before we go ahead. Which cloud do you think is more powerful, AWS or Azure? You give your comments, like you tell which one is good. Which one do you think that Azure is good or AWS is good? You tell me. AWS is good, Frico is telling. Anything else? I think AWS. Okay. Anything else? Anything AWS? Okay. AWS. Okay. Azure. Okay. Both good. AWS. Okay. Azure. Okay. That's fine. So we have so many Azure versus AWS, and this debate, if I put a debate in front of you, I think it will keep on go. It will keep on go. Okay, I think AWS, yeah. So Azure, AWS, both are good. AWS and Azure, 90% of industry's requirements are puzzles. AWS do have percentage market. AWS, Azure. Okay, okay. I think many of you are telling Azure and AWS. So both goes hand in hand, right? When we talk about AWS and Azure, it always goes hand in hand, and it purely depends on the organizational requirement and how they pitch in their budget. Okay, how they pitch in their budget, what is the strategy that they need to use, and everything will be coming in place of your data. Okay, let's consider like Walmart is there. Okay, let's consider, right, AWS is there. Okay, so when we talk about two big retail giants, okay, these are like your retail giants in world. Okay, so Walmart is using Azure. Okay, now AWS is using Amazon. Okay, so they have their own buckets, they have their own structure, they have their own what you call like budget, they have their own architecture team, they have their own DevOps and SRE teams, right? What they have, right? DevOps and SRE team. So everything is independent. The only factor is at what cost, I am getting my cloud ready. Okay, right? Cloud ready. This is the simple thing which we have to think, like at what cost I am getting my cloud ready. At the end, I want my cloud to have a robust, all of you write it down in your notebook. When we are talking about cloud, the primary things which we need to remember is robust. Okay, then scalable. Okay, then reliable. Okay, then what is that? Security, right? Managed service. Okay, and so on. There are many other things which we can consider, but primary things like scalability, reliability, high availability. Okay, that is also there. High availability. Okay, and then security, managed services, and all those things are there. So I think I am making it sense, like with this component, like very much important when we talk about cloud, all the things comes into picture, right? Yes. Yes, cost. Yes, obviously, right, Sujata? Obviously, the cost comes into picture. And guys, I am promising you, if you are with me in today's class till the end, right? What you need for your architecture to get spin up in Azure, you will be coming to know. And the kickstart process, right, along with Terraform, you will be learning with me. Clear, everyone? So very, very important concepts, very, very important projects, very, very important theoretical based class today, and tomorrow we will be doing the same thing on the hands-on. Right? Clear, everyone? Shall we start the class? Okay. So yes, so let's start the class, right? And if any of your friends are there, you can call them also. Okay. So let me pull out the not this one. Yeah. So yes, all of you are able to see, right? Now this is called your Azure architecture, guys. Okay. Let's talk very, very basic things. Whenever I talk about architecture, right, I will always talk about on-premise and cloud. Okay. Now think like this. We are doing a migration activity. Okay. When we are doing a migration activity, always think like some of the components will be on the on-premise, as you are able to see here, on-premise, and some of the components will be on the cloud. Okay, so imagine that on the left hand side for you, where you are seeing on-premise network, it is completely on-premise, guys. Okay, and whatever you are seeing on the right hand side, where you are seeing virtual networks, Azure subnets, and all those things are completely Azure. Clear? We have an on-premise service, we have an on-prem, we have a cloud. Now we are trying to integrate between both of them, and we are trying to see on a bigger picture what kind of components are actually needed for our Azure to get launched. Yes, with this statement, are you clear what I'm trying to make it happen today? Yes, are you all clear with that? Like what I'm trying to make you all today, like what is my primary agenda to get you all from this class, right? So yes, so see here, when we are talking about architecture, so primarily I will be talking about few of the components. Now all of you take down notes, like whatever I talk, whatever I tell, whatever you feel that okay, it's very much important, grab it and keep it in your notebook. Okay, now first thing first, there are some visual notations. Ingress means purple color, egress means green color. Now ingress is incoming. Okay, incoming. So you see, ingress, incoming, egress, outgoing. So these are some notations which you need to know. Apart from that, we have an on-prem servers, we have a cloud servers also. Okay, left side is on-prem, right side is cloud. Now good point, right? Now few things to note. Whenever we talk about the cloud, okay, what we need, let me put it like this. Whenever we talk about cloud, right, whenever we talk about cloud, few things we need are your VPCs. VPCs here will be VNet, okay, virtual network. In Azure, the VPCs will be VNet. Okay, clear, everyone? We need a VNet. Under that, we need a subnets. Okay, we need various kinds of servers. Like there are many components. Servers are called virtual machines in Azure. Clear, everyone? So some of the components, whichever I am writing, you can write down in your notebook. One is VNet, second is subnet, third is virtual machine, the fourth is this NIC cards. NIC is network interface, right? Network interface card, NIC card. And fifth is basically your network security groups, NSG. These are basically security groups in your AWS. Okay, so third one is this, fourth one is this, fifth one is this. And also every your virtual machine, what they need a EBS volumes, like in AWS. So here we call storage accounts. Okay, storage accounts is your sixth. Okay, now guys, are you understanding, or shall I write it again? Tell me, are you understanding? Are you understanding what I'm doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all understanding? Guys, give me a yes if you are understanding. No, I'm still not. Okay, we are good. Great. Okay, please write it down, whatever I'm telling. Only I'm talking about Azure here. Okay, only I'm talking about Azure. And what are the components in Azure? First is VNet, second is subnets, third is virtual machines. Okay, in Azure you need to write like this: virtual machines. Okay, Fourth is network interface card. Okay, fifth is network security group. Okay, sixth is storage accounts. Okay, and on top of this, you will have an imaginary boundary for every Azure architecture, guys. You need to understand you will have an imaginary boundary. Now, what is this boundary? This boundary is called like resource manager. Okay, clear everyone? Now, on top of resource manager, your Azure will be there, but below Azure, first there will be resource manager, and one more thing there will be there. So all of you write it down like this. So there will be one more boundary which is called subscription. Okay, subscription ID. Clear everyone? The first layer is subscription ID, resource manager, then VNets, then subnets, then virtual machines, then your storage accounts, like that. Have you written down in your notes? Yes. NIC in equivalent to in AWS also we have NIC only. Okay. IP address. Okay, IP address I will be talking in the class. That's not worry. VNet is virtual network. Yes. Clear everyone? Yes. Do we have any resource manager similarly in AWS? No, I don't think we have Priya Rani Reddy, right? We don't have. Okay, great. So all of you have written down, right? Subscription ID, then your resource manager. Under that resource manager only all your infra will be lying. Clear? So tomorrow's architecture will be similar to this, and more components I'll be adding. And one more thing I forgot to tell you. Please add 6 is this now. 7 is load balancer. Okay, 7 is Azure load balancer. And 8 is scaling sets. Azure scaling sets. Okay, so similarly, like in your AWS, you have a load balancer, AWS load balancer. So similarly here, you have Azure load balancer, and similarly how you have scaling, auto scaling there. Here we call Azure scaling sets. Clear everyone? Right? Am I making it sense? Yes. Am I making sense, guys? Do you think it's important to know? Do you think? Yes, we are good. Great. Okay. What about others? Only Sukrit is giving the response. Others? VMSS. Correct. Virtual machines. Okay. Virtual machine scaling sets. Okay. VMSS. Right? Great. Now, if you are liking the class till now, please give a like on the YouTube video and do share with your friends the data. Okay. It will be recorded. Yes, it will be recorded. Okay. On people on LinkedIn, if you are good till here, and if you are writing notes, that's beautiful. But yeah, try to understand. I have just given the architecture diagram. This is first basic architecture. Next architectures we'll be going and seeing. Okay. Now coming on to the next architecture. This is your bigger architecture, like daddy architecture. That is your baby architecture. This is how in general in real-time organizations we think of creating the architecture. Okay. Now let's start with the dad architecture. Okay. Now, when I'm talking about dad architecture, you need to understand that you have something called ingress, which is incoming, and egress, which is outgoing, right? So when you have like ingress and egress, right, what is the main thing I'm trying to do is we have an on-premise and we have a cloud, and we are trying to interconnect both of them. We are trying to interlink both of them, and there is one component you are able to see here, express route. Are you all able to see express route? Yes. Okay, so one more component you can add it here after 8 is your express route. Okay, express route in Azure. Okay, 9th component is your express route in Azure. Basically, on-prem connect to cloud. Okay, clear everyone? Express route is our 9th component, which is helping us to connect the on-premise to cloud. Clear everyone? Yes. Now, next things you see. So what we are trying to do, some services we have on on-premise, some services we are running on Azure. Okay. Now let's see. Tell me one thing. how many VNets are there, how many virtual networks are there, how many VPCs are there. So when I call VNet, basically it is a virtual network, VPC. Okay, so if you see here, how many VPCs are there, guys? One VPC and two VPCs. Now tell me how many VPCs are there. How many VPCs are there? Two VPC. Yes, virtual express route is VPN. Yes, two VPCs are there. Basically a, yes, two VPCs are there, right? Great. Now when we talk about two VPCs, definitely I would need a subnet also. Now if you see in organizations, what we do now, we create a hub and a spoke. Okay, so you see here, hub has all the what you call servers and security related things, like who is coming in, who is going out. And you see spoke, like your front end and back end. All right, this front end will have your firewalls, gateways, subnets, DNS, gateway, subnet, express route gateway, everything. And the backend application deployments, like your the spoke virtual network, the spoke virtual private cloud, or your VNet will have your applications getting deployed. So you see here, I am having two VPCs. Okay, clear? So in my architecture, what I am having here, two VNets. Correct? Let's go and see two VNets. Okay, so first VNet is this, second VNet is this. Now inside this VNets, what are the things I am having? Azure firewall, guys. So all of you write it down like this. The 10th component is what for us? Azure firewall, which is similar to your AWS firewall. Okay, so the 10th component in our architecture is Azure firewall. App gateway, 11th component is app gateway, or you can simply call like gateways. Okay, which will help your traffic to move from one place to another. Gateway, just like a house gate in house, how the gate is doing, help, right? Incoming and outgoing things it will do. And there will be some Azure DNS also. 12th component is Azure DNS. DNS is nothing but domain name, which helps us in giving the domain names. Okay, and now you see, do you remember in AWS we had VPC peering? So similarly, you see virtual network peering, VNet peering. So it means when you want to connect two VNets, then you use the VNet peering. So you see here, two VNets we are trying to combine, right? Two VNets we are trying to combine with the peering. Okay, clear? Now, good. Now, in the first part, you are able to see that something is incoming, something is outgoing. And whenever there is an incoming request, then that incoming request, after the firewall, subnets, cooperation, application gateway, it is reaching out to the application. Now, here you see three-tier application. You can consider like the front end, back end, and the database. Correct? In the spoke virtual network, I have three subnets. Can we consider that? In the second subnet, in the second VPC or VNet, I have three subnets. Is it clear, guys? Yes, can you all tell me? Did you saw the three subnets in the second component, second VPC or VNet, virtual network? Yes. Did you saw that? Everyone? Yes, right? Great. Now you need to understand here, whenever I'm talking about subnet, same subnets are there in our AWS also. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, in the subnet, I am creating a load balancer. You see here, Azure load balancer, config server and service registry. So service registry and config server are my applications. Okay, and Azure load balancer, you see Azure load balancer logo, how it is. All of you see here, Azure load balancer logo is like this, like the plus symbol. Okay, with a center, and their load balancer symbol will be something like this, like something like lines. Okay, and you see here the front end and the back ends. Okay, now you see app subnet. App subnet is something like where you are having your applications deployed. Okay, and obviously your data services subnet. So service runtime subnet, you can consider like your inbound traffic is routed. Here you can consider like routing. This is your primary application and it is your database. And guys, write other beautiful components. 14th number is our monitoring, Azure monitor. Write down everyone, Azure monitor. Okay, are you all writing Azure monitor? Are you all clear? Yes, peering is two-way communication. Third one is database. Yes. Are you all clear? Okay. Guys, tell me, all of you have noted down 14 components in your notebook? Yes. All of you. Now give me a yes, guys. Genuine yes, if you have noted. Load balancers will reside inside subnets. This is in AWS also the same. Yes. Yes. All of you have written the 14 components in your notebook. Great. Okay. So now, next you see here. Now, in terms of security, please write it down as your key vault. Okay. 14 and 15th component is as your key vault. Okay. So this is for storing secrets and passwords. Okay. 14th component, 15th component is your security, which we will see like key vaults, and the 16th component is your CI/CD pipelines. Okay. So I will tell me one thing. All these components are there, right? Right. All the 16 components are there, right? From starting from this to like Azure Firewall, App Gateway, Azure DNS, VNet peering, Azure Monitor, Azure Key Vault, CI/CD pipelines. Now tell me one thing. Only one thing you tell me. Do you see a resemblance between Azure and AWS? Now tell me. How many of you saw a resemblance between Azure and AWS? How many of you have seen that? Like, okay, everything is similar to AWS only, right? How many of you think that actually? Yes. Manjunath is telling yes. Manish is telling yes. Sukrit is telling yes. Dhani Kanda is telling yes. Yes. Everyone, almost everyone is telling yes. Key vault, secret manager. Correct. Manjunath, correct. Okay. Yes, correct. That's obvious, right? So now you see, once we have seen this, like here you have Azure DevOps. Okay. When I talk about CI/CD pipelines, here you have Azure DevOps. Okay. Now, I hope all of you have written and created this diagram. This 9 to 8 components is your tomorrow's architecture. I will be adding other things also, but this is the standard first level of architecture for us. Clear, everyone? And these are the on top of architecture what I'm going to do. Clear, everyone? Right. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. I hope I'm making it sense, right? Yes, slight change in the naming, but most of the things are same. Now, people on LinkedIn, are you all with me? Yes, 53 people are watching. Great. Okay. So I think I am making it sense, right? And I hope you have enjoyed the class till now. Now, how many of you are very new to Azure, but you understood like, okay, it is very easy to learn. It is very easy to learn. Yes. How many of you think that? How many of you think that it's very easy to learn, right? I will be showing in today and tomorrow's class that kind of simple things, okay, which will be very, very important for you. Okay, new but looks easy to learn. You make everything easy to learn. I am new but looks easy to learn. Great. Okay, so let's see one by one and deep dive into the components. Okay, now you all have taken down notes. I hope you have taken down notes. So let's see one by one what are the other things. Okay, now Azure Infra Kickstart. This is the step one. Whenever we are trying to go into, okay, this is the first baby step in Azure. What I told you, here you see resource manager, right? So subscription ID, leave it as of now. Resource manager will be starting with. So first baby step is resource manager. Okay. Now what is resource manager? I will be first telling and giving you notes. So resource manager is nothing but, let's think like this. In Walmart, okay, you have supply chain, okay, you have transportation, okay, you have fulfillment, okay, you have replenishment. Okay, now how many pillars are there under Walmart? There are 4 pillars: first, second, third, fourth. Now coming on to these pillars, let's assume that the supply chain wants its own infrastructure, own infra. Okay, own infra. Transportation wants own infra, right? Fulfillment wants own infra. Correct, everyone? And replenishment wants own infra. Now tell me how many infra I need to create in Azure? 4. Yes. Now think like this. Each team is distributing their components between each other. Okay. Now what will happen? And what will just think like whatever this team has created, this team is trying to use that. Okay. Now think like this. What will happen? There will be a cross usage of this thing. Yes. Cross usage of the resources. Cost will be incurring to the other teams, right? Cost will be incurring to the other teams. Yes. So think in this way. Yes, Sai Prasad, I will be telling about 6.0 also. Please, okay. Let me complete few of the important things. Okay. Now, for this only, what in Azure people have done is they are creating a resource manager for each team. Okay. Resource manager for supply chain. Okay. Resource manager for transportation. Resource manager for fulfillment. Resource manager for replenishment. Clear, everyone? Now, what people are actually trying to do here is once they have created the resource manager, now whatever the 16 components you are creating, it should be mapped under this resource manager. Are you all clear? Now, no cross functioning. No cross functioning. If your application is under resource manager, then only you will be able to use it. Then only it will be allowed, or else it will be deleted. Now, are you all clear? That is why the resource manager is the first step which you need to create. Yes, everyone clear? The resource manager is the first step which you need to create. And in tomorrow's class, I'll be showing you with Azure how you can create your step 1. And whatever I'm going to discuss tomorrow, I will show you everything hands-on, right? Yes, you all know that tomorrow is our hands-on class, right? Have you understood what is resource manager? Yeah, resource group or resource manager, anything is same. Resource group or resource manager, anything is same. Okay, clear, everyone? Now, when you talk about this one, resource groups or resource manager, so why manager means under this all the data will be stored. Okay, now you see here under resource group, right? I will create my first resource group like Cloud Shell. Cloud Shell is my application, and under this application I'll be adding all the data. Okay, did I told you subscription also? See, Visual Studio subscription. Under that subscription, my resource manager will be stored. Under that, all my cloud resources will be stored. Clear with the slide, guys? Clear with the explanation? Yes. Yes. Praveen Paul. People on LinkedIn, can you please acknowledge resource groups? I meant resource groups or manager in AWS and resource groups in our Azure. First step, I hope everyone is clear with the slide. You have to make the Azure resource groups first. Okay, Sujata, right? Great. Okay, right. Now, second step is, let's think like this. You want to store something. Okay, in Azure, you want to store something. Now, let's see. Well, first you have created resource manager. Let's think like this. I have created a Cloud Shell as my resource manager. Okay, let's consider this. Okay, let's consider this. I am creating Cloud Shell as my resource manager. Now, what will happen is under this resource manager, what I am creating, the first one is storage accounts, right? So storage account is nothing but like your S3 buckets in AWS. Okay, so this storage accounts will be under this, correct? Because I have created a resource manager. Under this only the storage account will be, right? Now, same thing like tags, everything will be same. Okay, tags in AWS. Similarly, there will be tags in storage accounts also. And one more important thing, if primarily, okay. Okay, so I was telling about the storage accounts where the tags are very much important. Tags are nothing but your product. In every product, how you get the tags. So similarly, the tags are same. Now, in Azure, okay, thanks, Sai. Okay, in Azure, what we are trying to achieve is here. See, guys, all of you focus here. In AWS, S3 infrequent access, right? Glacier, right? Standard buckets, right? You have seen buckets, right? Yes or no? All of you have seen buckets. But here we call storage data devices or storage data services, which is primarily divided into 4 categories. First is blob storage, file storage, queue storage, and table storage. Okay. We will be using mostly the blob storage or file storage. Okay. Queue and table, little bit on, we will leave on the applications requirement, but whatever the storage accounts you create, you will be going with the blob or the file storage, right? And all of you see here, whenever we create a blob or a file storage, let's consider this. Okay, Azure blob or Azure file storage. Okay, whenever we are creating any kind of storage accounts, under storage account, okay, under storage account, you will have a container. Are you all able to understand? In AWS, the equivalent in AWS was S3 bucket. S3 bucket had objects. Do you remember? So here, buckets are storage accounts, and inside the buckets, you create the containers, and inside the containers, the data will be stored. Yes? Are you all clear? Guys, clear? Right? So you need to only understand, like, okay, in Azure, I have a storage container. Under that storage container, I will be having my, what do you call, like, what is that? I have storage accounts, right? Under storage accounts, I have a container. Clear? Super clear? Great. Now, I hope you are learning very beautiful things. Tomorrow, whatever I have told in the class, tomorrow you will be seeing the hands-on. Okay? Right, everyone? Now, before that, I would like all of you, please like the video. Let's see, like, what is the like count on the page first. Okay. Let me see the like count here on the video. Okay, 48 likes. Guys, please make it at least 100 for now. Okay, and you update what is the like count. Chalo, let's play. And please do share with your friends. Okay, very important. I will be teaching very simply. Like, with that, you can understand, okay, this is very simple, right? This is very, very beautiful and very simple and very clean to understand, right? Azure is not very difficult. Even before I learned, I was also thinking, yeah, Azure is difficult, Azure, but yeah, very simple. Okay, how many likes now? How many likes now in the video? I should not ask, like, okay, if you felt that, okay, something is very good and you are feeling that you are learning something new, then you will automatically give a like on the video, right? Okay, that's good. Now let's see how much likes have gone. Let's see. 74, 71. We need Azure documents for learning. Yeah, documents will be shared. Documents will be shared, definitely. I hope you all know. Okay, 82. And those who have not joined the Telegram, please join the Telegram, right? With that, you will be able to get all the required documents. 90, 10 more. 10 more. Okay, did we cross 100? 92. Okay, that's fine. You will make it 100, I know. Okay, that's fine. Okay, without wasting time, let's see what I was talking about. Okay, Now I will be only focusing on the Azure blob storage and the file storage. So blob storage is basically your storage account and ideal for storing large unstructured files, okay, and which can be easily accessed over the URLs over HTTP and HTTPS. Right here you see ideal for storing highly accessible files accessed over MBs, allowing concurrent access from multiple VMs. Okay, so suppose you have a big data project, then you will use blob storage. If you have a small EC2 small virtual machine and you will be using some kind of storage account with that, you will be using file storage. Clear, everyone? I'll be giving the description also here. Blob can be used for big data, and the other thing like your file storage can be used for virtual machines. Clear, everyone? I hope I am making it sense, right? Yes. So let's move to the next slide where we will be focusing on few of the virtual machine concepts. Okay, so as I've told you, in Azure, right, similar to your AWS, we have here Azure virtual machines. Okay, and the equivalent in AWS is your EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. So here they have kept Azure virtual machine, there they have kept EC2. Very simple and very easy also, nothing big deal. If you know AWS, it's very like baby step to know this. Okay, now let's see like what kind of virtual machines you have. Same like in your AWS, you have general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, storage optimized, GPU high performance. Similar, like depending on the type of your requirements, you have various kinds of machines integrated here, right? Are you all clear what I am telling? Yes, there are again 1 2 3 4 5 6 kind of virtual machine options which you can select from that. Okay, storage buckets, storage options were 4, virtual machine options are 6. Clear? Now, general purpose. What is the need of the general purpose? Testing and development, small to medium databases, low traffic web series. So tomorrow we will be using general purpose EC2. Okay, general purpose virtual machine and compute optimized, medium traffic web servers, batch processing, analytics, gaming, relational database servers, medium to large caches, in memory analytics, data SQL databases, GPU graphic heavy workloads. If you want to use more application related to graphic things and all, you can use that. High performance compute, you can use your high performance compute in terms of whenever you think like there is a risk modeling, like AI kind of thing, artificial intelligence, simulation, scientific studies you want to do, you will use high performance, right? But in tomorrow's class, in tomorrow's hands-on, in our tomorrow's hands-on architecture, tomorrow's hands-on, we will be only using general purpose. I hope I am making it sense, right? Okay, nice. So let's move forward. Once you have seen the virtual machines, nothing big deal. Let's see some kind of network interface, guys. Okay. So I have kept one more diagram here. Okay. So all of you need to understand what is NIC, what is the primary role of showing, and whatever you are seeing, right? These are the symbols for your Azure. In AWS, okay, in AWS, the VPC symbol is like this. In Azure, the VPC symbol is like this. Clear? Subnet symbol will be different. Here, the subnet will be different. Virtual machine IP, this symbol. Network security group, this symbol. Virtual machine, this symbol. Clear? I'm just making you understand, like whatever you have seen in AWS earlier, the same thing is coming on here in Azure. Right? Yes, buddies. Yes, sir, buddies. Everyone. Yes, different storage and compute. Huh. What about others? Can we change instance type without stopping the instances, though, whether it is same? Same. NSG for VNet? NSG is network security group, guys. Network security group. This is basically similar to your security group. Clear? This is basically your equivalent to security group. Okay, clear everyone? Right? Okay. Like count 99, make it 100. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and see what are the other things are there for us. Storage types, we will only focus on two storage types. One is your Azure blob storage, one is your file storage. Blob storage is for data analytics, data related things, big data, and file storage is for simple basic things, whatever you can do. Okay, you are simplifying the concepts and how to start the Azure. Great, Karunakar Rao, thanks a lot. Okay, now so all of you see here when we are trying to create that data. So yes, this was, I was telling, the same like how we have in AWS, you have west regions, east regions, India regions. So similarly, regions are divided, and you see this VPC or VNet. Under that VNet, there is a subnet. Under that subnet, there is a network interface card, NIC, and that NIC is sending the traffic to your virtual machine. The virtual machine has an IP, virtual machine 1 IP, and the virtual machine 1 as a security group, which is called virtual machine 1 security group. Okay, so if you see the same thing on AWS, right? The AWS will be like VPC. Under that subnet, under that you have router. Okay, under that you have virtual machine, EC2. Under that you have storage, EBS. Okay, something kind of this. Okay, here if you see virtual VPC, subnet, network interface card, under that VM को एक IP with a security group. Clear? And tomorrow we will create the same thing. Right now, I hope I am making it sense. Any questions till now? Any questions till now? EBS, EFS. Can we use blob in VM? Yes, you can use it, but blob is a little bit your costly side, right? Costly side. So we will not be using that. Okay. We'll be going with the file storage or simple storage accounts we'll be using. EBS, EFS is similar to your storage accounts here. Okay. Now you all are asking me this. Okay, guys, write down the difference. Write down this table, all of you. Okay, all of you write down this table. Azure versus AWS. All of you write down. Okay, here VNet, here VPC, subnet, virtual machine, here EC2, okay, Azure load balancer, here AWS load balancer, okay, Azure scaling sets, okay, here AWS scaling, auto scaling, okay. Here you have Azure storage accounts, and this is like your S3. And what else you will have? Azure, what else? Azure circuit, which we have seen, right? Here you will see that gateway. Okay, and what else we have? Network, subnets, virtual machine. What else we have seen? Load balancers, virtual machines, storage account, resource groups. Yes. So here you have resource groups. Here you have resource managers. Right? And similarly, you can put down other things which we have discussed in the class. Clear, everyone? Yes, you have here Azure monitoring. Okay, write it down like this. Azure Monitor. Here you have CloudWatch. Okay, here you have Azure DevOps. Here you have AWS DevOps. Right. All of you have written down this table? Yes. Can I go to the next slide, please? Yes. Yes, each VM has its own security group. Okay, good. So here, one more thing I forgot to add. Network security group is similar to here security group. Clear? I hope I am making it sense, right? Yes. Everyone have written, right? I'm going to the next slide. Okay. Okay. Now load balancers, guys. Okay. All of you focus on this particular thing. Okay. So now when we are talking about creating some kind of like scaling, right? Cloud is all about scaling. What we are trying to do is we are making our application robust, scalable, reliable, everything, right? So what I'm trying to do is, all of you see here, from an internet, we are trying to hit on port 80, and it is trying to hit the public load balancer here. This load balancer is redirecting to various kinds of machines, right? And it is basically a subnet, which is of web tier. These are having virtual machines. And then we, from the public load balancer, public means internet facing, internal means non-internet facing. Again, I am telling, whenever in organization you talk about load balancers, there will be two type of load balancer. One is public load balancer, which is directly exposed to the internet. Okay. Other is private load balancer or internal load balancer, which is not directly exposed to the internet. Now, if you have seen, the public load balancer is having port 80, whereas the internal load balancer is having port 443. Okay. And this is like your business related applications. These are your web tier applications, UI basically. Okay. Web is basically directly talking with Google. Business is not directly interacted with your internet. And that's how your all your organization things will be there. Okay. Yes. Yes. Great. Okay. Great. Now, all of you see here. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Now, all of you see here, what is this architecture all about, right? One of the important thing, from the internet, from the public internet, we are getting the internet to our, right, to our Azure infra. Now, there are two things, like your Azure front door, you can consider like a cloud front, okay? Plus Azure web application firewall, which is like your web application firewall in Amazon, okay? Cloud front or Azure front door first takes the request from the internet, and it checks some things, it does the caching and all, and it is redirecting to what? From the outside world, it is taken to the internal load balancer, subnet with a network security group. Okay, there is a virtual network VPC, under that there is a subnet. The subnet is having a network security group, and under that you have an internal load balancer, and you see three subnets: first subnet, okay, second subnet, and third subnet. Okay, and what is the first subnet? Subnet with a network security group, where we have an internal load balancer and Azure machine with machine scale sets, right? Virtual machine scaling sets, I told you, right? Auto scaling, here you saw the difference, right, which I have given in the notebook. Azure scaling sets is similar to your auto scaling, right? Is similar to your auto scaling, right? Great. Awesome. Right. Now you see, okay, this we have seen, right? Azure versus AWS, what are the important thing and everything. Now let's talk about some other things. Okay. Very important, right? Okay. Now we were discussing about three subnets. Okay, this is the first subnet, this is the second subnet, and this is the third subnet. Okay. When you have the first subnet, okay, you see here, this is internal subnets. All of things are not exposed to the internet. What is the middle person with which both are talking? The internet is talking with intranet with the help of Azure front door and a web access firewall, web application firewall. Very simple, right? And let's go ahead. Let's see. This is basically an application which is deployed WordPress application, which is having the scaling sets. When the load is more on the load balancer, the scaling sets will scale up the servers and scale down the servers, right? This is one thing. Now, you see here on the second security group, we are creating the private endpoints. Okay. Now, I would like to tell you, have you heard about endpoints on AWS? Endpoints on AWS? Endpoints, AWS endpoints. GG? Name is really good, right? GG. Okay. Yes, you have heard about endpoints, right? Okay. The same endpoints in Azure for every data center, there are 3 availability zones. Yes. Okay. Now you see here, the endpoint. Okay. Do you see their naming convention is very much unique, guys? Okay. And they have played mostly with this kind of structures like this. Like sometimes they give this, sometimes they made like this, sometimes they will do this. Okay, sometimes they will do like this, and there is no restrictions, right? Like whatever they create a service, they just randomly have to give something kind of this kind of structure. Have you observed their what do you call, like their naming or symbol convention? Do you feel it's funny? How many of you feel that their naming convention is a little bit funny, right? Yes, obviously their naming convention, I feel personally like it's a little bit funny, and they can create n number of symbols like that, right? Okay, great. Now all of you see here. Okay, so all of you see here, when we are talking about endpoint, this is basically whenever there is a resource we create on cloud, each resource can be integrated with an endpoint and they can be made private. So similarly, the private endpoints is basically the private subnets. This is basically a private subnet, and you see each endpoint is depicting a Azure Vault, a database, and cache. Okay, now what are these things? Let's see in a little bit depth. Okay. Now, all of you see here, Azure cache. Okay. What is the other thing? Key Vault. And Azure DB. Okay. Now, similarly, how you are watching the cache on your phone. Okay. You all clear your cache usually, right, on your phone, or else your phone will be slow, right? Cache is a part for RAM. Okay. To what you can consider like, to reduce the burden on RAM, the cache is created. Okay. So what will happen is all the process related things, the cache will be storing, and it will lower the burden for RAM. Okay. And similarly, cache for database is also the same. Okay. So this is your database. On top of database, there is an imaginary layer, right? In organization, we usually follow like caching. Okay. This cache is primarily responsible for storing all our data. Very like it will reduce the burden on the database. Like you do many requests, you get the response, but the database cache, it will be very less. The hits, the impact on the database will be less. The load on the database will be less. Okay. The same thing, cache stores the data for temporary time. Okay. Now key vault is for secret storage. Okay. You can add here Azure Key Vault also. I didn't add it here. You can add Azure Key Vault, is similar to your AWS Secrets Manager. Clear? Now, all of you see here, when we are talking about the RAM, the database, the cache, this is basically used to reduce the load. Okay, the cache is to reduce the load on database. Okay, and key vault is used to store secrets, passwords, top secret files of a project, everything. And database, you all know, MySQL database, okay, which is actually storing all the transactional related data. Okay, clear everyone? Any questions, guys, till here? Any questions till here? Any questions till here? I want to take 2 minutes of time for any kind of questions. Then we will jump on to Azure Terraform. Okay, I'll be showing what is Terraform, how a resource is created on Azure, and all those things. Clear? Any questions? Do you have any questions for me? People on LinkedIn, do you have any questions for me? No questions? Does we have memcache ready similar to AWS? No, caching, I'm not sure, Gigi, so I didn't talk on that. Can you explain about VM stage? What is that? Okay. You are not giving chance to ask. No. Chance to ask means you have to put only. At last, we will be talking with individuals. Endpoints are like secret data. Like you say, like endpoints are more secure URLs. You can consider like endpoints are secure URLs. Yes. Okay, clear? No questions? No, put it in the chat. I'll be replying to you, and at the end I will be talking with the individuals, those who are interested to talk with me, right? Yes. Okay, shall we move ahead with the Terraform? Shall we move? Okay, Manoj, what's your question? Manoj, please tell your questions. Any other questions? Hi, Praveen. I tried the AWS project. It is failing as Kubernetes stage. You would have done some step wrongly. That is why, Shivam. Just check. Then it will be working. Okay. The doc is very much clear. I know what will be the issue also. Yes, Anna, we will move with Terraform. Okay. Yes, waiting for Terraform. Okay. Shall we move for Azure with Terraform? Right. What's the time now? 7:04. Okay, Viru is asking when to use intra load balancer. Intra is internal. Internal means, let's think, I don't want to expose my load balancer outside my organization. Okay, in that case, I will use intra load balancers. Okay, great. So let's start with the Azure Terraform. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, now let me start with the Azure Terraform. Okay. Yes, you all are clear with the Azure architecture, Azure components, whatever we have discussed. If you have any questions, don't worry. I would request you all to always do some kind of Googling. Okay, Azure components and architecture. The first half we have discussed, and the second half we will be discussing on Azure Terraform. Okay, now when we are talking about Azure Terraform, few important things you need to understand, right? Is everywhere the Terraform is same. Okay, if you know the Terraform, here also it is the same, but only thing is there in AWS. Okay, there in AWS you would have seen that we will be using various kinds of AWS plugins. Okay, and here you will be seeing like Azure plugins. Right, now tell me one thing. I hope everyone knows. Anyone is there in the class who don't know what is Terraform? You want me to go from basics, or you want to, or you want me to go ahead and directly jump onto a little bit deep? Oladale, please send email. I hope you know the email ID, DevOpsBatch5@gmail.com, right? Team will be responding, right? And whenever you are sending, this is OTP issue, right? Yeah. Cannot log in into the class. Yeah, send there. Okay, send there. Okay, Uddhav. Great, Uddhav. Little brief into Terraform. Where will be DevOps tool in Azure? Deep basics, Terraform. Okay, little bit basics, please. Okay, let's go with basics, as people are asking basics. Okay, let's go from basic, then I will take you to the deep. Okay. Okay, let's start. Okay. Now, let's start with little bit basics. 2 to 3 minutes we will talk about basics, and then we will talk about the advanced things. Advanced in the sense like what is needed. Okay, what is needed basically. Okay. Now, all of you see here why we are going for Terraform. Okay, why we are going for Terraform. Now, one interesting part about Terraform is whatever resource you want to create in cloud. Okay, everything is readily available. Everything is readily available. First point. Okay, so whatever you want to create, every resource is readily available on the Terraform. You just take 4 to 5 lines of code, from Google, okay, and create your infrastructure. Point number one. Point number two, as your Terraform gives many plugins, okay, with which we can create our infra very easily. Clear? You can create the infra very easily and very simple. Okay. Now, next things. Okay. First was resources you want to create in cloud. Everything is readily available. You can copy some content from the Google or write code. I'll be showing code also today. Little bit code, and then your resource will be created. And at the same time, Terraform has plugins. Okay. These plugins create your infra very easily. The third point is community support. Okay. Community support is similarly, I hope in the previous class, you would have seen our GitHub account, right? GitHub is used to store code, right? Similarly, Terraform has its own repository, okay, where it has many Terraform files. Okay, from there we can check the data and add it to our code. Okay. Now, apart from this, very interestingly, Terraform has made us to use multi-cloud. Okay, multi-cloud. It means you can use Terraform with AWS, Azure, GCP. Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Very simple. Yes or no? Yes. Why we need Terraform? To create an architecture from scratch. Whatever the architecture I have shown you, within 2 minutes, we will create. Okay. Within 2 minutes, we will create. Yes or no? Pulumi we will not use. Okay. Right? All of you clear? Oladale, are you there in the class? If you are there, then please respond. And sorry, please do email to the mail ID, which we have mentioned, right, for batch 5. And definitely you will get help. Don't worry. Okay. Right? Okay, great. Okay, all of you have written down the notes. All of you have written down the notes of all the pointers which we have discussed. Yes. This is basically why Terraform, what are the things you need, the community support, multi-cloud support, and other stuff, right? Right. Now, let's see like some Terraform code, right? Okay. Okay. All of you see here, this is basically a provider. Okay. Now, first, let me tell you what is provider, why we need provider, and all those things. Okay. Terraform has given us a very beautiful way of explaining the things. Very important. Huh? I will keep a 5-star for this concept. Okay. Please try to understand. Whenever we are talking about architecture, or whenever we are talking about provider, is basically which cloud, okay, which cloud you want to create your architecture. Okay, which cloud you want to create. So provider is a person, or provider is a name with which you select your cloud. Okay, clear everyone? So provider is the first step in Terraform, which will help us to create our infrastructure on particular cloud. So all of you see here, when I talk about this Terraform, the brackets, the required providers, now all of you see here, after providers, you will see something like Azure RM. Now, Azure RM is nothing but Azure Resource Managers. Okay, RM is a standard format for Azure to get used with Azure. Okay, Azure RM is the standard format to get it used with the Azure. Now, all of you see here, what is the source? Source is basically, I told you, right, one repository is there, right? One repository is there with which all the data we can take, all the plugins. So this is kind of a repository for Azure. And if it is AWS, here it will be HashiCorp/AWS. And as you all know, in DevOps and SRE, we always go with versions. So here the version is 3.0.0. Okay. Now, did you understood what I talked? I will write for you all here. Write down in your notes. I'm writing the notes here. Azure Resource Manager, the first point, right? The first point is Azure Resource Manager. And the second thing is, what is the second thing? Your source. Okay. Source is Terraform repo. And the third one is version, is basically the version we want in Terraform. Are you all clear with the second step? Yes? Where are you all? HashiCorp store, that's what I'm telling. Okay, HashiCorp store, that's what, like from the store only you are getting this data, right? This is kind of you can consider like Terraform store or HashiCorp store or repository. When we talk about store, you just understand like repository. Clear everyone? Right? Great. So all of you see here. So this is the step one where basics, like the baby step for Terraform is applicable from here. And if you want to see something like on next step, so after the baby step, you have to write the Azure configurations. Now, this is very much important, guys. The heart of the Azure, okay, this is provider. Okay, this, okay, sorry for that. Okay, this is the heart of the Azure. Okay, now what we are trying to do is, let's consider a scenario, guys. Okay, now I don't know why it is going not up. Let me open again. Okay, it's not going up. Okay, all of you see here. Okay, it didn't got opened nicely. Let me do one thing. Let me stop my screen sharing. Let me open that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me do one thing. Share screen, entire screen. Okay, let's do one thing. That's fine. That's fine. No, why LinkedIn streaming stopped? LinkedIn. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's coming. Okay, it's coming. So all of you see here, when we are trying to achieve any kind of architectural components on Azure, right? I wanted to explain something, but my pen tab is not working. Let me check why it got stopped. Okay. Okay, in that case, I need to restart a system. I will not do right now. But yeah, I wanted to tell you all that. Tell me one thing. I have 1 lakh Azure accounts, correct? So suppose 120 people are there with me, and 120 people have your own Azure accounts, correct? Yes or no? You have your own. Let's consider that you have your own Azure account. Now, with this code, which I'm showing here, each of your account will have a subscription ID and tenant ID. Okay. So that whenever I'm running Azure Terraform, it should not hit the other person Azure account, correct or not? Or it should work at least for my account. So what I told you, the above all the architecture which I've showed you here, right? What I told you, the subscription ID is there, right? Under the subscription ID, the resource manager is there. Under that, these entire components are there. So what I meant from here is, when I talk about provider like Azure Resource Manager, you need to give your subscription ID, and each of the components will have its own subscription ID. And here the subscription ID can be anything, ABC 1 2 3 4 5 6, and your Azure tenant ID also. So when we are doing the hands-on, we will see this. Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Guys, give me a quick yes if you all are agreeing with this. Right? Everyone agrees with that. Right. Now, let's see how to create a subnets and resource managers. With how many lines of code are you seeing? Can you count the lines of code, guys? Everyone? Can you all count the lines of code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you see 8 lines of code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes or no? Yes, 8 lines of code. Now you need to understand, with 8 lines of code, I am going to create this architecture. You see here, the first is resource manager I'm going to create, and next is virtual network. See here, resource, you give the name resource. Everywhere the first line will be same whenever you are creating one resource. So resource, the name of the resource in Azure and the name in your local. Okay, local examples and everything will be local. Okay, local to you. And under this, it will be centrally called. Now you see resource, the Azure and RM underscore resource underscore group. So I'm creating a resource group. Here what I'm creating, virtual network. So Azure RM will be constant, and the name of after the RM will be changing. And this name, anything I can give. Example, Praveen, hello, hey DevOps, batch 5, batch 6, anything I can give. And this name is very much important. And this name only gets created in the Azure portal, and location is West Europe. And similarly, Azure RM underscore virtual underscore network, example, and name of the network. See which resource group I am tagging. All of you see here, resource underscore group underscore name. What I told you, the resource group is the DAD, and under that the VPC, subnets, storage accounts, everything will be lying. So you see here, Azure RM underscore resource underscore group. So this name dot this name dot name. When I say name here, this will be coming. This is like a JSON. So guys, tell me one thing. Every time in the real world, the data is transferred on JSON. You all know this? Like for example, 𝐶𝐚𝐫𝐿. All of you see here, this is my Jira portal. Okay. Now you all see, this is the JSON data. Yes or no? If I put it in JSON editor, yes, this is the JSON data. Yes or no? So you need to understand, in the entire world, the transfer of data is happening via the JSON. Okay. JSON is a plain JavaScript object notation. It's kind of a data transfer which takes the data. Suppose you are doing a transaction on a bank. Okay. Once the moment you click pay, automatically a load of data, this kind of data, is sent to the backend servers, and it will fetch some data, whatever you do, right? So you see here, same thing, what we are trying to do, Azure RM resource group dot. So whenever you call dot, it means this is kind of a JSON dot example dot name, means here the name will be example hyphen resources and location will be here West Europe. Clear? And address place. Are you all clear? Now tomorrow you will be seeing the high level code. Okay, high level code to create your own Azure. Are you all clear? Yes or no, guys? Yes. How was the session? How was the session, or what happened? No chats, nothing. Session disconnected? Yes. You all are good with the session till now? How you enjoyed the session? You understood something? You came to know some new concepts? Yes. What about others? Give me a smiley if you all have understood something new. And tomorrow we'll be doing the same creation of architecture on Azure. I'll be showing everything to you. Great session. You all understood what is the importance? Great, good, right? Great session. So see guys, I always believe when an experienced person is teaching, I know what you need to achieve your interview to go through, right? So try to understand and make sure you are joining tomorrow's session also. And one more thing, guys, as you all know, we have launched our batch 6. To be honest, tomorrow the YouTube we will be launching, and we are going to launch at a higher price. As of now, whatever I am teaching, everything is from the companies wherever I have worked. So this is the Prime Batch 6.0. And you would see here, it's a 100% job ready course. And when I meant the job ready course, it means that I myself have cracked 35 companies till now. And those who don't know me, you can check on my YouTube channel. Go and check the interview playlist. My playlist will be Amazon interview experience, Google interview experience, Walmart interview experience, Paytm, SAP, Informatica. And in the last 2 months, I have cracked Adobe, Rubrik, Zeta, Simpress, Nest, Zoom, various kinds of companies, and all the interview questions will be shared in this batch. And what's this batch? Interestingly, I have revamped most of the projects for this batch. 14 plus real-time projects on both DevOps and SRE, real-time tool-wise interview questions, 3+ hours of code teaching, live doubts clearing session, extra assignments and quiz in order to make sure you are not moving away, right? And this course is starting in next 10 days, guys. 14 plus real-time projects, January 6, 2024, 2+ months. Class schedule is live, Saturday and Sunday, 3+ hours, and 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. IST. And every Wednesday, doubts clearing session. And class duration will be 3+ hours. Recordings will be provided. No prerequisites, very basic, beginner friendly, doubts clearing session. And you would see 14 plus real-time projects we are going to cover. Jenkins CI/CD, shared library, Docker, Kubernetes 3-tier architecture deployment with data transfer, Kubernetes Istio Kiali Jaeger monitoring, Python real-time programming, chatbot, shell scripting, Kubernetes cluster monitoring with Helm charts, RBACs, Grafana, Prometheus. Everything we'll be deploying in this project with the help of Helm. AWS architecture creation with Terraform, 3-tier architecture deployment with Terraform, Ansible architecture automation, Red Hat Linux system administration, Java Spring Boot application, database creation and deployment, and bonus resume templates, mock interviews, interview session, each project rules and responsibilities. And the projects have been revamped from the batch 5 to batch 6, and everything is there. And those who are interested, those who think that, okay, this is the mentor who will help me, can enroll in the Prime Batch 6.0, right? And Nandini, I think you are only joining this class. You are not joining our batch 5.0 classes, right? I saw that today also you asked, right? All of you, please open the Hey DevOps page, heydevops.in. Just open in Google Hey DevOps, and you will see the page, this one, heydevops.in. You can see the success stories, right? You can see what students are telling, how I have taken this, how I have taken the picture in my same company, like how our students are getting placed, right? 400% hike. And guys, tomorrow we are going live on YouTube, live in the sense this course will be live on YouTube on tomorrow. So the price will be increased. Now this is the price for early bird offer price. Now those who are interested can definitely join, right? Please make sure you are with me in the next 2 months. Manjeet, it's not Azure there. Azure you are learning here. If you are enrolling, it will be next 2 months you are with me. At AWS, purely on AWS, little bit Azure also we will touch. Whether batch 6 based on Azure services, AWS. So as I have told you, batch 6 is completely on AWS. Okay, little bit Azure we will touch. Okay, if needed, I can bring one more project here. But see guys, 14 projects in this, you will keep 3 projects in your resume. Okay, so all the projects are important. So see, chatbot project, this project I have done in Walmart, and if you see, your chatbot will talk with you. If you type hi, your bot will be replying to you hello. And this we will do in Python and Node.js, right? Who will teach you? No, people who have registered for batch 6 cannot access batch 5 recordings, because every batch there is a separate group getting created, right? Yes, clear everyone? Now, those who are interested, Azure DevOps project, tomorrow I'm bringing, right? Tomorrow I'm bringing Manjeet. There you will get AWS DevOps projects, right? Clear? So now those who are interested can please enroll yourself. I will be counting on 5 people now. Those who are interested, already enrollments are there. And tomorrow we are going on YouTube live. So this cost will be definitely revamped and rechanged. And batch 5.0 students, and also once you have taken the course, all of you see here, you will be redirected to this page where our batch 5 students have got placed. The success stories will be there. Today only this guy got placed in Red Hat, and you need to understand that how much his confidence is. He's from Canada. He has told that a DevOps Bible he followed, and he got 2 interviews. And people are here, people are actually putting all their important things. See here, Abhishek is giving thanks to Charan for all his great work. And these are some people who are standing apart in our Hey DevOps portal, right? And any questions, any queries, you can always reach out to here. And today only we were having face-to interview questions, and you can see, right, how people are congratulating, right? Congrats, man, I am an automation engineer. Okay, congratulations, Lakshman, on your future endeavors. Congratulations, Lakshman. So all these things are making people to know that we are doing something different from others. We are attaching, we are grabbing people to work with us. Now, I am waiting for 5 more enrollments. If anyone is there with me, those who think that, okay, they get help from this, right? They get help from this, then definitely you can enroll. Okay, Pranay, that's great. When you have enrolled, Pranay? Okay, anyone who is enrolling now, let me know if you need any help in the payment section. Or great, Rajita, nice to see you. We will be definitely working. I have 2.5 years of experience in mainframe domain. Can I switch mainframe domain to? Yes, Bhumi Reddy, definitely. I am not telling. If anyone have any queries, you directly talk with my students in this link. Once you enroll, you will be getting a feed link, and you can directly jump on here and talk with all the place students. All the place students are here. You can talk with them, right? Clear, everyone? So enroll here. Career gap, yes, definitely, Noor Ahmed, you will be getting help. And again, I'm telling, we have very limited batch. This batch is Prime Batch 6.0, right? And to your surprise, 14 plus projects we are keeping. And now last 3 enrollments, people are doing the enrollments on quickly. Now those who have enrolled, please put your name so that I can call out your name proudly and say that yes, you are a head DevOps person now. But still, if you want to see on internet, you just type here. And we have an app also. You can download our app from Android and iOS. Both places we are available. And this is our Hey DevOps LinkedIn community, which we are actively running. And you can see many success stories. Yes, 40 plus LPA from batch 5. Okay. So this person, I talked with him today. He was not feeling well, it seems. So he said he will call me tomorrow. So I'll be bringing this person to our batch 5 so that he talk with the students. And many successful stories are here in Hey DevOps, right? With the Hey DevOps. Now I'm waiting for 3 more enrollments, those who are with me. Placements, yes. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give people the best. I'll be giving my interview questions. I'll be providing my interview questions. I'll be providing my projects. I'll be providing the industry level projects there, right? Clear, everyone, right? Okay, already enrolled. Murali Sripada, already enrolled. Okay, you all have enrolled. Okay, great. Can we expect on Azure DevOps course? No. See, Azure DevOps is, if you love Azure DevOps, you can be here. YouTube, free we are teaching. But if you want dedicated mentorship on AWS with 14 plus projects, right, and all those things, you can join my Prime Batch 6.0, right? I hope you are able to understand what is the importance of that. Yes. And again, I'm telling, in Prime Batch 6.0, the questions will be based on my interview questions I will share, which I have cracked in last 2 months. I have cracked Adobe, Zeta, Rubrik, Nest, Simpress, Zoom, EPAM, all those interview questions, system design round questions, and coding questions I'll be sharing. Clear, everyone? Yes. Okay, last 2 enrollments. We are getting the enrollments now. Last 2 enrollments. Age limit, there is no age limit. Now, can you tell your age, Noor, if you don't mind? Can you tell your age? And people on LinkedIn, I don't know like how many people are watching me on LinkedIn, but just check if anyone is interested. You will be getting all the links on the page, right? On the page. I'm waiting for last 2 enrollments if anyone is interested, because your time is precious, my time is precious. And definitely you are going to rock in the coming days. You will be with me till February and March, and we'll be targeting mostly on the job ready content. Very importantly, you will be able to understand. Can you please tell assignment once? Yes, definitely. Muria, he has enrolled. Tushar, last 2 enrollments. Great. Noor Ahmed, 37. I want to see if you really want to learn. And you have already seen my teaching style, right? And you have already, all of you have already seen my LinkedIn, like what I do, what I actually, where I come from, what is the background, how many times I have achieved the defense related interviews. So I know how to tackle the managerial round questions, how to tackle various kinds of things. And obviously you should be able to know that your mentor has met Dhoni sir, right? This is the biggest achievement for our Hey DevOps as a brand, that we are expanding all over the world. Apart from that, we have various kinds of students under the features list. If you want to check our features list, I would like to show you. If I go down here, yes, in the features list, all of you see here. Okay, I will show you. Yes, a few of the placements. Yes, this is a fresher who has got placed, and she's telling that, hi sir, I am happy to tell you that I got placed as junior DevOps engineer. Tomorrow is my joining. At this moment, I would like to thank for the amount of positive energy and confidence that you have filled during each session. I hope it continues for such long years. Not only this, everything is there. Now people will be not that much genuine outside, but I would tell you, with our success stories, if you see, right, Shubham Matare is telling, I have joined Prime Batch 4.0 and it's a big leap. Wow, Prime Batch 4.0, right? Kubernetes pods, all of you see here, 3-tier architecture Kubernetes pod. This is the example. If you see 400% high Yogesh Lakhotia, if you see Gopi Krishna T from Walmart, right? If you see, these are my batch students, Vijay Kiran Songa, right? Sujata, anyway, Sujata is always there. Cummins USA, she has been placed. And Akshay Panigrahi, Hemant is from Verizon, but still he is joining the classes. Now, Chandan is telling, today I learned about Python automation, such a great class. I learned from an energetic mentor, right? I'm happy to share that I have started a new position as cloud DevOps engineer at Walmart. And thanks for Praveen Singampalli, right? Now, Mercedes-Benz, one girl, Mercedes-Benz, Nazim Nazia in 2 comments, right? One more placements, 20 plus LPA boot, like EPAM he has joined, right? 36 LPA from our Prime Batch 4.0 student she has got, where she told that she was able to achieve 36 LPA. Guys, 36 LPA is very big for our batch students. And again, I am telling, it was one of the proudest moments for us. Rashmi Kumari, she has joined Visa, right? And Samira has joined Mercedes-Benz. So whatever I am telling, you can always reach out to the students if you don't believe me, right? Yes. So anyone, oh, my screen is not shared. Oh, shit. Okay. So anyone who wants to join the Prime Batch 6.0. So basically, I was showing you the success stories here. So all of you see here, these are the success stories of our students from various kinds of batches, various kinds of placements. Now, last 2 enrollments, guys, I'm waiting if anyone is interested. So this is Walmart, 400% hike, Mercedes-Benz, right? And she's telling non-IT people can also join, right? Right? When you have the scope of learning with just few bugs, right? MSD and here, great Shivam. Great. Okay, I started sharing my screen. So anyone who is interested, last 2 enrollments, I'm waiting. Once you have enrolled, please call out your name so that I can map it. I can talk to you. I can see that, okay, you have joined and your name is visible to me, right? Last 2 enrollments, anyone is enrolling, or what is your thought? Okay. Let's see some more success stories on our feed section. Okay, not this. Let me go back. Let me see some success stories here. Okay, one more placement in Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so this is what people will actually acknowledge, and people are very much happy that whatever we are teaching, they are really liking the classes and they are enjoying, guys. Okay, they are really enjoying what they need, what they actually wanted, right? So I'm again telling, yes, Muriel, class is accessible for 2 years, right? No, see, in 6 months, in 3 months, we are targeting job, right? So 2 years, see, the lifespan, 2 years, you can achieve something, right? So 2 years access is there. Cloud domain, yes, you can target cloud DevOps positions. You can also target your cloud support roles, but I would suggest SRE and DevOps roles are very good right now, which are going good in the current market scenario. Okay, and my batch 5.0 students have grabbed many good offers, right? And with them only I am telling like what I am able to give you, right? These are like your 14 plus real-time projects. And again, I'm telling, once we make it live, right? Today evening or tomorrow, right? The course price will be increased, right? And you will be seeing a little bit higher price on the course. So definitely one of the biggest thing is you will be with a mentor who has already cracked all the offers that you are looking for from the product companies. Very simple and very, very important that you will be getting my interview questions, right? My experience, my coding questions, my system design round questions. Career gap, yes, career gap also placed. Okay, joined. Okay, what is this? Joined already, Praveen, waiting for kickstart from 6 Jan. Great, Prakhar. That's really good. I have 3 years of gap. I have 3 years of gap. Can I gain real-time experience knowledge with this course? Crack job with 3 years experience? Yes, Dhanikonda, that is what our batch targets, right? Our batch with little bit of bugs that you are giving on a mentor, that you are giving on a faith that you are getting a job. I'm telling 100% this is the batch, because I have cracked. See, guys, if you see my LinkedIn profile, the top headline, if you see, I have cracked 35 plus product and service companies. And if you see my YouTube channel, you will be able to understand that I am not telling lie. I have cracked Amazon, Walmart, SAP, Informatica, Paytm, Adobe, all those things. Okay, so that is what the confidence I have. And if you have any doubt, right, then you will be able to understand. Like, okay, anyone wants to talk with me, they can definitely come here. I'm sharing the StreamYard link on YouTube. If anyone wants to talk with me with your doubt, with any kind of thing. Last one enrollment, guys. Okay, we have got good enrollments, right? And tomorrow or today we'll be going live and the price will be increased. Okay, anyone, those who want to talk can hit the StreamYard link and they can join the live. Yes, coding is also there for us, Muriel. Yes, Rajita, I will be telling. Okay, Manish has joined, so I have added Manish. Yes, Manish, go ahead.
Hi. Hi, can you hear
Yes,
me?
Manish. Yes, I am able to hear you. Go ahead.
Praveen, I have joined the course Prime 6.0.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have been laid off. Okay, I have 5 years of experience in DevOps, and previously I was working as a ERP administrator and coordinator. Will it be worked out? Can I? Is it okay
Yes.
for?
Okay. So good question. So let me tell you courses. So you have joined, right? Once you have
Yes.
joined, you see the feed section, okay, and you scroll where students are telling what. Just see like until like 10-15 days of chat, you will be able to understand laid off people have got 40 plus LPA from this batch with 5.0 batch, okay, and this is the highest batch where people have got placed. Almost 30 plus placements we have taken, and you will see in the video which I'm going to release, right, with a little bit higher price, where students have got placed in various companies like all over the world. And today only Lakshman has got placed. If you see, right, I asked him to put a message here in the class, right? So you see here his timings is different. He was in Canada, so that is why it's coming as 7 a.m. Our class was at 9 p.m 9 a.m, right? So you see
Okay.
here this is 6 hours, right? So people are
Uh,
there who are actually understanding and doing the things, and definitely it will be helpful.
okay, Praveen. One more question. I'm sorry to disturb you.
No
Uh,
problem, go ahead.
Development dev.azure.com is a kind of a DevOps or otherwise. Uh, I mean, what is about dev.azure.com?
No, I have not worked on that. No, why you are asking that? No, I didn't get that.
No, actually, I many interviewers are asking you are working for Azure DevOps like that. But when I searched out, it is coming under dev.azure.com. So it
No,
is kind of a
no,
no, right?
let no. So Azure DevOps is simply like you need to know what is Azure pipelines, Azure CI/CD, Azure repository, and all
Okay,
those things. Okay, those things
okay,
you need. That's it.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. No problem. Yeah. So Jitesh, you want to go ahead?
Yeah,
Jitesh.
hello, Praveen.
Yes. Hi, Jitesh. How are you?
Yeah, Jitesh, actually, I worked in testing for some time, and then I'm
Hmm.
having like 4 years of career gap. So, what is your suggestion on that? Like, as you were telling in that video, what I saw, like, you told like easily, as one of the persons asked, like, easily we can get that knowledge of 3 to 4 years or
Yes.
like that. So that is fine. But my question is, what after we do this course? As I will refer some more people. So, what after doing this course? How we will tackle, because honestly, let be honest, like in Hyderabad or somewhere they will give some consultants number for experience and all. So
Hmm.
like how we tackle it, because it's a genuine thing, right? Like
Okay.
once we do the course and we have some gap, so then how we get the job? That's my question.
Yeah. Good
And
question.
how, and is that knowledge sufficient for that 3 to 4 years of gap, like whatever we are teaching?
Very honestly, I am telling my course managers till 18 years have joined and they are happy with that. Okay. So whatever I teach, it will be purely based on my experience and whatever the companies I have cracked, right? I went to the companies, I gave system design round, coding rounds in Mintra, in Adobe, right? In the last 2 months, I went personally because I wanted to give the phase two interview questions to my students. If you see today only, we had a phase two interview questions discussion, and if you see somewhere down the line there will be a post, these people put so many doubts, right? So there, this is the post which we have done at 8:37 a.m. where people are happy with the face to interview questions, and they are simply telling that yes, it's great, right. So I can like it, I can share it, and the community support is always there, and we have a dedicated Android app, right, and a Play Store app also. Anytime you are traveling, walking, or whatever you are doing, you can watch our videos, right. And apart from that, I am a kind of person who always targets like, you should get a job. How you will get a job, what interview questions you are going to get, and similar kind of things, tool wise interview questions and everything I will be giving. Okay, so those are the things in our class that makes us different from other whoever is teaching. I hope you understand.
So, I
That
mean,
makes
shall we go for experience, or like, is it enough to say it like I am having 3 years gap?
3 years gap. See, when you are talking about 3 years gap, why that gap is, we need to tell. If that is genuine, that's fine. Or you can target as a fresher from now, because you are telling 3 years gap, and previously you were working.
Yeah, like I was into logistics and like
Hmm.
operations. So I
Then we
was
will
at
not.
7 lakhs package
Okay,
initially.
then we will not put that. We will start as a fresher. And how many years of experience you have
I have close to around 5.5.
in logistics?
Yeah, basically into MIS and those sort of roles, like
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
operations analyst, basically.
Okay, then we will not waste that 5.5 years. A little bit what we can do is we can convert your 5.5 as 3 plus 5.5, and you then took a career gap. Like that, we can keep it. Okay, and your DevOps, you can keep like 3.5, and your overall experience, you can keep like 5. Is that fine? We can plan like that, because
Mhm.
if you tell
Acha, one
career.
thing, Praveen, like whatever projects is there, if I maintain some GitHub and all, and I say I worked as a freelancer in DevOps, will it work? I mean, like whatever projects you do, I do the same thing and I maintain some kind of GitHub or those kind of
Understood.
things, and then can we project as a freelance? I mean,
If you project as a freelancer, what people will think, right? They will think like, okay, this guy has done freelancing, and again, why he's coming? But yeah, there is. I cannot say no. There are 50-50 chances. I will be very honestly telling. Some will consider, some will not consider. But yeah, if you want to go ahead, definitely enroll all the projects. You can take your GitHub. You can show as a freelancing thing. But again, I am telling that will be purely based on luck. Okay, but my students have done that. From laid off, from gap, they have come out from that. Okay.
yeah, I want to depend on you, so that's why I'm asking. Like, I will refer some more people, Praveen.
Yes.
So that's why I'm asking. Like, you have the tie-ups with some startups or some companies. Basically, just you have to refer, right? Your course, I
Okay.
think, quality will be super. So, uh,
Correct. So what I would say, what happened, right? Until batch 3.0, I was referring. Okay. So I had many contacts. Like we had a contact team, HR team. So what happened was people took the offer. They are not joining. Then what is happening, right? Our reputation is getting down, right? So what I am doing now is I'll be giving all the resources, right? Like all the resources in the sense interview questions of mine from Walmart, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Adobe, and coding questions of mine, system design questions of mine, and obviously the documents, the theoretical documents, the projects. How? So see, you are from a other domain. Today's class, if you have attended from starting, did you got something or not? Tell me.
yeah, honestly, I got many things. That's the
Yes.
reason I wanted to join. Yeah.
And it was very simple for you to understand, right? So same way we will be learning in those classes, and I'm guaranteeing that the learning part, the tackling of the interview part, and where to search which company is giving more package, right? Like-minded people will be coming, so that will be helping 100% to you, right? LinkedIn job descriptions, resume reviews, my resume, my Walmart resume, Verizon resume, I'll be sharing, Infosys resume, I'll be sharing. Domain change, like how I changed domain from testing to Java to DevOps. That projects I'll be sharing. My Naukri profile I'll be sharing. So all those things, it will help you. That is for sure.
Yeah, okay, thanks. So if you follow this, like we ourselves only, we can get a job.
100%.
Even we have gap, then also we'll get calls. You mean for some
100%.
startups or something?
Yes, yes.
Anyways, you'll
Okay.
post these vacancies, right, in the group and all. You'll post these vacancies wherever it
No,
is. So.
that we are not doing actually. So students only post it. So you see, we don't do it. So I hope, see, DevOps engineer with 0.1 years of experience, fresher grads are also welcome to apply. You saw? We don't do. The students will only help. Okay. So this is one thing, but you see here, we are hiring below positions for MNC client, right? So you understood, right? See, Shivani, labs, some labs, right? So students will do. Okay.
Okay, fine, Praveen.
Oh,
So,
and
I mean, after doing, you could refer us, I mean, to some HR or some people, right? There, so
that's what I'm telling. So here we have some community managers also there who are closely following on this page. So they will be helping you. That's what I'm telling. Okay.
thank you, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay. So that was Jitesh, very rapid fire round it was. But yeah, still that is a good thing. So last one enrollment, guys. If anyone is there, you can enroll. I'm waiting for last one enrollment and then we can wind up this session. Okay. So Kiran is here and Akhilesh is here. Go ahead, both of them.
Yeah, hi Praveen, I'm audible. This is Kiran.
Yes, yes, Kiran, you are audible. Yes, go
Yeah, Praveen. Like from Prime Batch 3.4, I'm trying to talk with you, but it's
ahead. Yes,
unfortunately it's not happening today. It's
no problem. Go
unfortunate.
ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I have some doubts. Like you started Prime Batch from 1 to 6. Is there any difference between 1 to 6, or
Hmm.
this courses will be the same from Prime Batch 1 to 6?
No. So if you see our journey, right? I always upskill the standard, right? You were from 3.0, right?
Yes. No,
Yeah. So what?
not joined from 3.0. I'm following you.
Oh, okay.
So
So every batch, the different projects will be there. Like 5.0, 12 projects here, 14 projects with additional new syllabus, little bit syllabus here and there we are going to upgrade. So every batch there is a different thing because I need to upgrade with the market, right? If I
yes,
keep on
yes,
same thing from last 1 year, who will come to me, right? Students will
yes,
come
yes.
when we are upgrading with them, right? Because I have cracked in last 2 months, I know what companies are expecting outside. So I will be giving that.
Okay. Like this prime bed, this 6.0 is purely based on AWS. You said, right?
AWS, purely based on AWS, and little bit. I'll be giving some kind of assignments kind of thing on Azure also, if anyone is interested. But mostly we'll be doing coding, system design, Python, Shell projects, chatbots on your DevOps and AWS.
Okay. So this
Yeah.
6.0 classes you're going to come, or any other persons will teach?
No, no, I will be teaching. If you have seen my photo there, that person is
Yes, yes.
only teaching. I will be purely teaching. No one will teach. I am the only person. Okay.
Okay. So there
Okay.
is completely beginners profile, right? We
Ha,
can
completely,
start.
completely. Definitely, we will be working hard to make sure that you understand what are the things you need to know, right? And how the class was today, the same way, but we will have some doubts. Time also like 15 minutes gap in between 1 hour, 1.5 hour. It's a live, so I just go on and take doubts last. So it happens. Okay.
Okay. So, and
Oh,
one more last question. So, like, uh, in market, like I spoke with some DevOps engineers, it's a
hmm.
different kind of DevOps engineers. So I
Yes,
asked them what is the percentage of junior DevOps engineers, like hiring hiring wise, or getting calls
yes.
like that. So they said very difficult for junior DevOps engineers. So,
Okay. So see, I would say there is no difficulty. Chances are like little bit less, but what we have to do is like in prime batch 5.0, one student, one junior got two offers. Okay, Prashant
okay,
Goswami. If anyone is from
okay,
batch 5.0 here, can you acknowledge? I hope you have heard, he talked also in the class. So that's the things, right? And we are not here to tell lies, right? You have to search, you have to think like how to search, and I will be giving the channels how to search, how to keep the projects and resume, the roles and responsibilities, everything I will do. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Kiran. It was really nice talking to you. Hopefully to see you in the 6.0. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Akhilesh, any questions you have?
Hi, good evening, Praveen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I am able to hear you. Go ahead.
Uh, One basic question, Praveen. Like for the batch six, if the non-technical person and technical person both are joining,
Yes.
so then how we can parallelly handle, like for the grabbing speed, right? For technical, maybe it's speed, or for non-technical, it's a little bit slow. So is there any classification for the non-technical is different batch in the groups, like the non-technical is different group and the technical is different
No.
group?
See what happens, right? Let's consider that you are joining BTech, okay, as a degree.
Yes.
Now, what will happen? 60. Let's think like this: in a class, 60 students are there, right?
Yes.
Now, if I differentiate the 60 people, like you are more talented, you sit in the first row. You are less talented, you sit in the last row, and you are not at all waste. You go outside. I cannot do that. I have to teach everyone with the same Josh, but what advantage you have is you have our community page, like it's like a Instagram, okay, where you
Mhm.
post anything you get reply, where you ask anything you get reply, where you are stuck you get reply. But I'm sure that you are experienced or fresher.
I'm currently working Capgemini as a cloud software engineer with 3 years of
Huh,
experience.
that's fine, that's fine, you will be definitely able to achieve, right? See, 3 years of experience, why you are thinking that you cannot understand
No,
a
no,
command?
means actually the way of because the freshers, right? They are a little bit understand slowly, and the person which have hands-on experience, they understand quickly.
No, that
So I
that,
thought
that
like,
is not a problem.
mm,
That is not a, because I will be giving the doc. Like if you have seen the last week document, stepwise is there, and there is little bit tweak on the Kubernetes assignment which I have shared, and people started telling me like, Praveen, I am stuck at this assignment because they have to do work, right? Then only they will
yes,
be understanding like this error is there. They have to do Google, they have to get the answers, they have to solve that, right? So like that, our assignments will be. I will be purposefully tweaking some of the things and making it not work. And you all have to go and do Google. You will be posting, like you see. Let me present my screen. People are very much like behind asking. So you see, need urgent help. My pipeline is failing with Maven error. So they post questions also. And you see, right
oh,
after
got it.
this, there will be like service account token issue. It's showing you need to use only the Jenkins user while creating the like some help
Oh,
and some
we have
right.
dedicated teams, huh? Okay,
Yes.
got it.
It's like an particular Instagram page. It's our page. Once you enroll, you will get it. Okay. And you will see all the placement stories also. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Praveen. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks a lot. No problem. Bye. Okay. So yeah, that was okay. Okay. So I have talked with many of the people. Now it's time to say goodbye. But I want you all to join tomorrow's class, and those who want to enroll. Right. Today I'm planning to release a YouTube video. If not, anyways, the prices will be increased by tomorrow. So make sure, if you are with me, if you are liking the Josh, if you are liking the content, yes, Dhani Kunda is there. You have talked with me, right, Dhani?
No, I haven't talked.
Oh, you haven't talked. Okay, okay, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. Pranit, thanks for your time. You're explaining complex concepts in making it simple. That's very good. I have a question. Like, I did masters in Australia. I have waited for the green card 3 years, and now 3 years career gap I have. So
Mhm.
I took the DevOps course in one of the institute, and getting interviews. I'm able to attend the interviews. Couldn't able to crack the interviews because I put the 3 years experience there. I was explaining what is the concept and how it works. The interviewer is telling, you are simply explaining what is happening. This is not we will expect from the experienced person. We want to explain as an experienced person. They are saying, yeah,
Correct.
that's I
Correct.
joined the
So
course.
yes. So that is what the difference in our particular batches, because like again I am telling, whatever the questions you see, all will be real time. Like whatever I got, I will be sharing with you. Tool wise questions plus real time coding questions, system design questions, production issues, roles and responsibilities document. All those things you can keep it, and you can tell the stories to them. And people have got in our batch 5.2, many students have got placed. So I think that is one good opportunity for you to explore, right?
Okay. I have 3 years gap, so I have a master's degree. Do you think I can apply product-based companies, those kind of companies? Uh,
Definitely you can apply and do the same thing whatever you are doing to fill the gap as of now for 3 years, right? And after this, like in 1 month, you will see the difference. By January end, you will be able to see the difference of getting some new things into your resume, right?
okay. So even if I apply for a product-based companies, I can put
Yes, definitely,
the
100%. Our tagline is that only. I think you have missed to see that. Our tagline is that only, because I have cracked all product-based companies. So that is what our tagline is: become DevOps engineer in top product-based companies. And for batch 5, we have achieved Verizon from USA. You see, okay. Canada, he has got into Red Hat. Probably he has not mentioned, Lakshman has not mentioned here the company name, but he got good offers to interviews, right? So people are there, they are there. Okay, that's fine. Thanks, Dhani, and see you in the class. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Okay, Tanmay, one last person I'll be taking. Tanmay, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Tanmay, I'm able to hear. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing is that I am having almost 14.7 years of experience.
Okay.
But you can see my LinkedIn. I was there also in your connection. So the
Yes.
thing is that I used to serve like ETL based, like I worked there as a data stage developer, marketing team developer, as well as SSIS and this kind of SQL Server stuffs. Okay, the thing is that recently I got laid off. Since 3 months, I don't have any job, and in between that time, I took this Azure DevOps class along with Jenkins and Kubernetes a little bit part from some other institute. But the thing is that as I already attend your classes, not classes, you can say, or the YouTube videos, but I want to grow and explore myself, and so that I can get this opportunity and get more higher salary,
Yes.
and after getting the job. So that is why. So how to proceed with that?
Yes. So Tanmay, again, I am telling, right? 10 plus years of experience, 18 plus years of experience managers are with me in batch 5.0. And I think 10 to 12 years of people have got jobs. I have not heard from 15 years till now. 15 years have got in the last batches. This batch, 10 to 12 years, I have got the placements. What I would like to tell you, Tanmay, is whatever I teach, I always sit in front of interviewer, right? I clear interviews, and then I tell to the students, like, or anyone, like, what is expected out of you, right? Whether a troubleshooting issue is given, production issue is given, Kubernetes issue is given, how to resolve that, right? How the packets are transferred when you hit www.xyz.com, right? So all those real-time questions we'll be watching here, and projects also. So from this batch, if you are joining, hopefully, then I will be giving a roles and responsibilities document. From there, we will add 3 projects into your resume. You will be selecting. Let's take chatbot project. You can tell like Tanmay as a person, right? You can tell like Tanmay as a person, I have led a team of 3 people where I thought of having a chatbot to our support team. Basically, what is happening is the replies and the responses and creation of the Jira tickets is taking time. And that's where I designed this UBOT framework and integrated with Python and Node.js and asked my team to deploy onto Kubernetes. I have designed this entire infra. Now, how does this feel? It feels confident. It feels motivation also. And he will ask cross questions on that. So that is how our projects will be, basically, right?
Okay. And one more thing, though, in order to get acquainted with and get into this total pipeline system of the Azure or AWS DevOps part, so basically, how much coding knowledge is needed in Python? Because I don't have any knowledge in Python.
Yes, a good question. So Python coding knowledge, I would say, I will give scenario-based coding questions. Okay. And it's kind of like you hit the endpoint, get the data, process the data, reply back to the server. Those kind of questions will be there. Medium level Python questions we will be targeting, not a high level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Tanmay. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. No problem. Thanks a lot. So that was Tanmay, and thanks a lot for joining today's evening. It was really good. Tomorrow's project, do join, and we'll complete the entire Terraform infra creation on Azure. Okay. See you all. Take care. Until then, bye. And if you are still interested, do check out all the links in the description and enroll adevops.in/batch6. Also, the documents will be uploaded tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, both the documents along with the class notes of Saturday and Sunday will be uploaded. So stay tuned. Take care. Bye. Yeah. You can enroll to batch 6 if you are interested. Okay. Take care. Bye.